Following the controversial impeachment of the democratically elected Dilma Rousseff in August of 2016, Brazil has undergone a dramatic U.S.-backed coup by the unelected government of Michel Temer. Soon after taking power, the Temer administration imposed a 20-year federal freeze on public spending, which will impact healthcare, education, and social expenditures. These harsh austerity measures are further crippling Brazil's already limited welfare state. Amid a rising unemployment crisis, the influence of foreign actors, namely the Koch brothers, impelled the Temer administration to begin announcing job cuts throughout the public sector and the expansion of the workday from 8 to 12 hours for Brazilian workers. And as their workdays got longer, their lunch hour got shorter. While Temer fills his cabinet with far-right ideologues, many supporters of Rousseff's impeachment have paid little attention to the corruption that will likely bleed into other sectors of Brazilian society. Before the rise of Michel Temer, the mainstream U.S. media was obsessed with covering protests against Rousseff in 2013 and 2016. These reports ignored the fact that the protests weren't spurred by the impoverished or working class, but by groups like Free Brazilian Movement and Students of Liberty. These groups largely consist of well-off white academic circles who are financed by the decidedly right-wing Atlas Economic Research Foundation, itself funded by the notorious Koch brothers. This has brought to the forefront protests led by right-wing elements seeking regime change that suits the elitist class. Today, massive protests and strikes are erupting all across Brazilian cities in response to the Temer administration, but the mainstream media coverage is nearly non-existent now that a U.S. and corporation-friendly leader is in power. Temer's coup saw support from the International Monetary Fund, which relished in the ousting of leftist opposition and the door opening for involvement of U.S. corporations. While Rousseff's administration may not have done enough in the way of fighting austerity measures and enacting truly radical change in Brazilian society, reality in this case is far more complex. To learn more, please visit Mint Press